Alan Rickman is the god.
I shop at Morrison's.
Go cry me a river.
Build me a bridge.
I'm your host, Toby Chino, and this is the podcast where we debate about pet peeves and other issues to do with like annoyances. I've got grudges. I don't like the old lady across the street, talk about that sort of stuff. And in today's episode, we have two special guests. A lovely woman hailing from somewhere in the country, in the world, Amy.
Hi.
And we also have someone else hailing from a country, in a city, in the world, Earth as well, Sophie.
Hi.
I know both of you have annoyances and pet peeves, so I'd like to start with Amy, since she's looked ready and prepared. And so Amy, what's your first pet peeve or problem that you'd like to talk about with us?
Oh, I really don't like. Do you want to bring your Fanta bottle into the picture?
What's wrong with Fanta? Sorry, people of my shop. All right, there you go. For all audiences, this is Fanta, not a sponsor, by the way. We're not sponsored by them at all. Before you start saying anything. So
no, but you know how you've taken your cap off?
Yeah, I take it off and drink.
What have you done that for?
But
yeah, what? Then you recycle it.
Yeah, but you've taken the cap off as like two different sections. But I really don't like the fact that they've like started to do it as all one like thing.
Oh, attach as like
yeah,
as to like make it one entity.
Yeah, it like really annoys me. And like when you try and screw it back on, it doesn't screw back on properly.
You're there for like 5 minutes going, get on.
So then when you try and put it back in your bag, half of it ends all over your bag.
So
I've never had that issue before, but
it attaches together.
yeah, like
piece.
when
before
you take that bit off,
well, I know
it's
kind
like
of
annoying to screw back on.
It hangs on a bit, and then the hanging on bit I break off because I don't like it being attached to the bottle still.
Yeah, but we're saying that when you leave it attached to the bottle, it doesn't always screw on properly, and like if you don't screw it on properly, it can leak all over your bag.
Well, that's fair enough, because I've had other drinks from other brands leak all over my...
It's like, what if you've got your laptop in your bag?
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want your laptop damaged.
What about paper? Because that's even worse.
Exactly.
Paper gets wet, you got ink on it, you'll ruin the paper. Then
Exactly.
You've got nothing to kind of write on. Especially if you've got like nerds, if you like go to school. Oh, they should be selling that in schools, maybe universities, but not schools, because I think it's unhealthy for school children.
Exactly.
So they might not have that issue as much, but regular
But they're
people
doing
do.
it with most bottles now, though. They're trying to do it with most bottles, even if it's not fizzy drinks.
Even if it's like, you know, the big 2 litre things.
Yeah, they still do it.
They're trying to do it with them.
It's like, why?
Oh, so
The
they
2 litre bottles, no one's just going to grab a 2 litre bottle and just start chugging it.
Yeah.
I might.
Right, apart from you, we're talking about most people here, not...
There's also people who put Mentos in it. And
This is the man who had a whole mug of milk this morning just because he had too much milk.
Yeah, but milk's
That's
healthy.
The thing. I would do that too. I've done that before as well.
Exactly.
No, it's because he got an extra carton of milk.
Yeah.
So he had an extra glass of milk this morning along with his cereal.
Why can't you have it later? This morning?
I'm busy later.
Really?
Pardon me. Right, so you don't like the caps on the bottles? Then?
No. I also don't like bottle openers.
What's wrong with bottle openers?
They're very irritating.
Right, how the fuck do you use them?
Stick the bottle...
What do you mean?
You stick the bottle in the bottle
Yeah,
opener.
You know how it how it's got the two curved bits?
Yeah,
You get...
but you know the daft one that Hannah owns?
Oh, that one? I
Yeah.
don't get that one.
No, it's so confusing.
I like the one we have at work where it's literally so easy. You just go straight off.
Insert picture here and here to demonstrate our issues.
I know.
But the one that Hannah owns, it's like you can't. It don't pierce it half the time, and it doesn't twist. And I'm sure it fell apart.
You mean like for corks or for bottles?
No, for the cans.
Like big cans.
Like big cans. You could either get the ones that need piercing
They're
or
called
the
can
ones that
openers.
need.
Yeah.
I said
Wait,
can
No, you
openers.
said, you said bottle
No.
opener.
Because that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, then we
talk
talk about bottle openers because we like bottle openers, but not can openers.
No, I don't like can openers.
By the way, the
No.
cheaper ones are better than the most expensive ones.
Oh, the cheap ones are great.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
work really well. The
I don't
expensive
get
ones.
Hannah's. Hannah's is just bamboozling.
Yeah.
Hannah's is shit.
You can get electric ones, you know.
Yeah, the electric ones are great.
They're good, but I think they're too
Or,
tiny.
you know what?
Wow.
Buy the ones that already
have
have
the
the pull
tab.
tabs.
Yes.
It makes life so
No,
much easier.
you know what's worse is I break them sometimes on the pull tabs.
But how?
Skill issue.
But how?
It's a skill issue of mine. I just pull too hard and it rips off.
Well done.
So, Sophie, anything that you're annoyed with at the moment?
When people chew too loudly,
Uh,
like smack their lips when they eat.
like
You know, in restaurants,
Yeah.
when people just smack their lips when they eat, and they're like audibly loud.
you can hear the table next to you eating.
Yeah.
Any chance you could not sit right exactly behind me?
Oh, I'm fine.
Pisses me off.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, some people are loud. Some people let them have their mouths open when they go nam 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 like that.
That or when
The
people like
sound.
slurp when they drink.
Oh,
I have a drink. I'm not going to demonstrate.
if you do that,
We
No.
will not. We will not.
It's like when they're slurping when they're drinking.
Yeah,
like,
right.
oh,
it's like,
That noise.
what's the need?
yeah. It's like you're in a restaurant. Like,
I'm not drinking.
No,
anything.
but it grinds my ear. It makes my ears. Ew.
Well, at least we know that's not a pleasant sound. It's like
No.
it's not one of those ASMR sounds you want to listen to at night as you fall asleep.
Hell no.
Someone going, and
can we talk about your issue with escalators now?
I need
you
to hear about
really
the issues for
care about
escalators.
escalators, don't you?
Yeah.
I need to hear about it.
Yeah.
There's many things wrong with escalators. If you want to be right, escalators. The going up is fine. It's going down that's
Right.
the issue.
What's the difference between going up and down there?
Down is easier.
But you just said going up was fine.
Yeah, going up's fine. You get on it fine. The getting off's a bit meh because I'm like, if you're not paying attention, you might miss it. And then,
But then you just right. But you've just contradicted yourself there because you've just literally said going up is fine, but going down is easier.
how is for you?
But then you just
Going on to the up one is fine,
Yeah.
but getting off is annoying. And then the down one is going on to it is annoying, but getting off is fine.
That really doesn't make any sense.
So let's say I'm trying to get on an escalator. I'm on the first floor of a building in a shopping centre,
right.
and I want to go to the ground floor to, let's say, go to a shop downstairs. I don't like going onto it because of the way the stairs move away from you.
But technically, it's flat when you get onto it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you don't
but-
just go straight onto a
Yeah,
step.
but then if you stand there's a way you could probably do it where you stand and you're in between the steps, and then one part of the step.
But the steps are highlighted.
But then you use your
Not
eyes
all of
and
them are
look.
highlighted. Depends
You
where
have
you go.
eyes that work. You can use them.
I'm walking. I don't look at the floor 24/7 when I'm walking. I'm looking
I do.
forward. Oh yeah,
Have you
look at
met
the floor.
Amy?
La-di-da-di-da, I'm looking at the floor. Like, no, you just
Yeah, I do.
no, you just look at the person who's going on before you. If
No,
there's someone before
When
you.
you look at go
No.
on escalators, you can literally look where you step on and look where you step off. It makes life
I'm
easier.
also annoyed by bags when you go on escalators because you have nothing to hold on to when you try to grab onto the escalator sides.
Something called don't hold it in your hands, put it over your arm.
Yeah, but my arm, like, I don't want it on my arm. I'm not like having it on my elbow area.
What's that 30 seconds going to do? How's that 30 seconds going to impact your life by having it on your arm?
Because then it hurts his elbow.
Yeah, I get elbow.
God forbid.
Yeah, it like chafes my elbow crease.
But why do you want to touch the black bit on the escalators? Because they never get cleaned.
They do. I've seen a woman stood there.
Hardly.
She puts a hand there, and as it moves, she just leaves the cloth there to wipe.
Yeah, but doesn't mean it's still going to be clean.
I know, but I like something to grab
That's on
onto.
TikTok, and that's not in real life.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
If you
If someone
see
does it on TikTok, they do it in real life. If
No.
someone-
No.
They're doing it for views. Huh?
No, they're doing it for views to show you how dirty the handles are.
Well, technically, they weren't like. I don't think they were from this country, as it was like
Exactly.
Exactly.
the comments were
You're
all
in the
I
like
think,
UK
foreign.
hood.
I think that's the point.
I think I'm getting influenced a bit too much by the fact it's also Chinese owned, so there's a lot of Chinese videos of people doing
Yeah.
weird shit.
So don't expect them to be clean. 'Cause they're
Yeah,
not.
because people do like they stick something on it, like
So-
a sticker. And
So
it
you
walks
don't
up.
like escalators. How do you feel about travelators?
You have to move on them. I hate people standing on them and not moving. Because the whole point is...
So, how do you get off a travelator? Because travelators, when you're moving, how do you find the off bit of a moving travelator while you're moving?
It's basically, think of it like walking on a treadmill, but the treadmill's like on the floor.
But
Do you still the same principle of escalators?
But do you stop before you get off, or do you keep walking?
I keep walking. It's like air.
So do you not fall over?
No, because I'm not that stupid.
I've seen so many people that fall over because they haven't stopped to get off the traveller.
They just keep going. They go duh.
Yeah,
That's a skill issue. You can't like get off the... I'm walking just like every other day, like I'm on the pavement, even though pavements aren't actually flat and easy to walk on sometimes. It's like that though. Having to stroll along in the airport with my, let's say my hand luggage is a suitcase and dragging it behind me, and then I get
you
annoyed.
take a suitcase everywhere.
The suitcase is your best friend.
No.
No, that or a shopping bag.
Yeah, but you might. Yeah, but
You don't see Toby out without a shopping
you need a
bag.
shopping bag there. You might spontaneously buy something and have nowhere to put it when you're going around shopping.
But then just buy a bag.
No, because I don't want to pay the extra so many pence or p's or whatever they call them to.
It's just when we go, what have you bought? Nothing.
You've
I
taken a
just took the
bag.
bag for a walk.
I went for a stroll and the bag came along with me.
With the bag. So you've taken your best friend the bag for a walk.
Did you have a nice little chat with her while you were walking?
It's not my best friend. It's just a bag. It's like having a dog, but you have the issue of a
Comparing
dog.
a bag to a dog.
Yeah, but you do have the issues of a dog though, which poops and makes noises, and then gets annoyed. Other people get annoyed by the dog. It walks off and smells the dogs. It then barks at the dogs. It then tangles your leg with the lead.
We all get that the bag's your best friend.
Bags are easy. Bags are portable. Bags can be put in other bags to make bags more compact.
Bags and bags.
Yeah, like a Russian doll. Bag in the bag in the bag in the bag in the bag.
Right.
And then oh look, I went spontaneously to Morrison's and I bought milk. I don't want to carry it in my hand because it's too cold, so I put it in the bag. Well, your hands get cold after a while holding milk.
So now we're going to Morrison's with the bag. Just
milk.
Well, how about this
Just
for
milk.
you? Let's
My hands
say
get too cold.
that somebody in the house said, "I need milk," and you're
Nobody
out.
in the house other than you drinks milk.
No, but I was saying, let's say you're in a house with somebody who wants milk and you're
You might
out.
want to find a better example than milk.
Let's say, oh look, I need tomatoes to make this like lasagna. I have no tin tomatoes. Can you go grab some tomatoes? I thought I had some earlier.
You always have tin tomatoes in.
So we'll
No,
just take one
I'm
of
talking
yours.
about theoreticals. You. Great. Let's move on from Morrison's and bags. Do you have anything else we could discuss? Because I know you had a lot to talk about earlier.
Oh, was this last night?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, backpacks. Why do backpacks exist?
It's to distribute the weight across your back so it's easy to carry.
But it just isn't, because, right, it then actually pulls on both your shoulders, making both your shoulders hurt rather than just one.
Yes, but handbags make one shoulder hurt and then you'd be lopsided and have a pain in one side,
But
not
then
the
you
other.
can just swap shoulders.
Whereas your backpack hurts both shoulders.
Yeah, but a
Yeah,
backpack can
with-
carry more in.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Have you seen how much stuff I can get in my bag?
Have you seen how big tote bags can be?
Yeah, I have one.
Yeah, so that you can fit a lot in them.
Yeah, they're very stylish and nice.
They're stylish.
Yeah, because I
Ooh.
took.
You
I
got Morrison's bag.
Well, how about this for you? Someone complimented me on my tote bag the other day.
Do you have something to tell everybody?
Ooh.
Like what? Oh, the person who was doing the sort of shopping in the co-op, and she was scanning the food. Said, "Oh, that's a nice tote bag," and that was it. And
I was mumming in something else, hun, but
no, I'm not talking. I don't know, but anyway, the tote bag was. Oh, look, nice tote bag. And then she asked where you get it from, and I explained where I got it from, and we had the whole conversation.
where did you get the tote bag from?
At my local university.
Oh, was it that black bulletin thing?
Yeah, so
Oh.
the tote bag I've got.
Oh, Faz.
I didn't have to pay for it, so win-win for me.
Fair enough.
Who has to pay for tote bag when you get them for free?
But yeah, backpacks, they're just annoying. Like, why do they exist?
And they have so many mini pockets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but-
just pointless.
Well, you want to
No.
fit in that mini pocket a pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I have pockets
Well,
for
that's
pens.
you. You like to find the.
I have
reasons for the
like a
pockets.
pocket for my charging cables. So I can put. I know they always are when I want to grab them.
Yeah, but it's like pointless. Like I don't need a backpack with like the smallest little pocket that I can't put my hand inside.
Yeah, but you already put small things in there that can be big enough to pull out. Don't put something small in don't have like a small pocket where you can't fit all your fingers in and have something small in there because you're able to reach in.
But then
Put
I
a
can't
pen
put
in
something
there.
big in there because it don't fit.
Well, a pen.
But then the
right?
pen sticks out the top.
What's the idea? It's meant to, I think, in some bags.
But
It's
why
not meant to
would you want a
disappear
pen
in
to
the-
stick out.
Yeah, why would you want it to stick out the top?
Well, no, so you can see where the pen is.
Oh, also pens leaking. Oh my god,
Everywhere.
the amount of pens that explode.
You know the
They're
worst.
the worst thing in the
You
world.
know the worst part is when people chew pens and it explodes in their mouth, and then you like go.
No, I just
"Ew."
found that funny.
And for this, the state asks that you extend his remaining time of 5 months into a sentence of life without parole.
That is just
It's their own
hilarious.
daft fault.
It is their own daft fault, so it is
Well,
just hilarious.
That's on them. I'm afraid it's on them.
I was gonna say it's just absolutely hilarious that it happens.
And then they get all of their shirt as well because they spit out the ink.
Yeah,
You idiot.
You have a
Yeah.
black mouth, and it's like, ew, it probably tastes horrible.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good. You have to go to the toilet to clean it up
And
in
then it
class.
stains you.
And then the teacher's like, oh, why did you do that? Teachers get annoyed at you because they're in the middle of doing some like, oh, let's do some maths or English or like science. And you go, my pen exploded. And they go, really? Give me that look of like, why?
because they were chewing their pen.
And then they go, I have no more pens though. That's what annoys me most. The teacher's going, oh, look, do you have a pen? And you go, no, I don't have a pen actually. And they go, why? Just get a pen. That's what they like, annoy me. And then like, here's a pen I found that I had for 6 years somewhere in my drawers. And then you give them the pen, they lose it forever.
That's your fault for not bringing a pen.
Well, it's not
It's
just
not hard to bring a pen.
it's not just me. It's a lot of students that don't have a pen or a pencil, and then it's like that gets more annoying for the teachers and other people.
Sophie, what's something else that you find annoying?
Oh,
Hey,
when people leave food in their fridge, let it stink out, and then go home for multiple days. So then the fridge then gets
Whoa.
flies.
Yeah.
oh. Yeah, to be
Yeah.
fair, flies in the fridge is not a good idea when you've got like
Like-
meat and veg and other produce like dairy foods
A
and like
fridge
chocolate.
should never get flies in it.
I mean, fruit flies do exist, and if you're storing fruit in your fridge, then you can possibly get fruit flies in your fridge.
Those right there are fruit fly maggots. After showing the owner, we highly recommended that he dispose of the fridge and everything inside of it ASAP.
But like,
Depends how long you leave it for.
yeah, it depends how long you leave
Yeah.
it for.
A month, ew. Because that'll be
like-
horrible then.
Why are you leaving food just to go bad and you're not going to be there to have it?
Yeah.
Well, it depends.
Like, what's the point?
It depends on how long it can last after the expiry date. Because some expiry dates doesn't mean the food could have got a date though. That is that date.
No,
like
but
bread doesn't got a date. That date is set on the packet.
no, because that's a best before, not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
so it's like
It's
Bye.
used by.
so that's why some products in the fridge might last longer. Some people might leave them in longer because they feel like they'll last longer. It's when you've opened something and then leave it is I think the worst idea. It's when you leave something basically don't open something and then leave it for like a week. It might be fine.
Yeah, but it's like when you do buy stinky food. Like stinky food is absolutely horrendous. Like it's just like literally it'll like linger around the house, and it's just like, oh no,
It's awful.
Okay.
it's just awful. Like we once opened one of the fridges in the house, and it just literally just followed us up the stairs.
It's the fact that Amy came knocking on my door going, have you smelt the fridge? I was like, no. I literally took one step out my room and it hit me. And I'm like, a
Damn.
fridge should not
But
travel that far.
by the way, Toby, this was your fridge.
Yeah.
Not ours. This
Not
was
ours.
yours.
Hey! I hardly keep anything in my fridge anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it wasn't
but
our fridge.
This wasn't our fridge. This was yours.
Because
Don't blame me. I have cheese and milk in the fridge
It
normally.
was the daft chicken.
it's a fact. The smell lingers in your nose for
I-
like a good couple minutes.
Cover
and
the
you're like,
chicken.
It was pretty bad.
To be fair though, I did leave onions in there and it did just turn whatever horrible smell there was into onion smell, which I thought was a bit more pleasant than the horrible smell before.
Is it related to food when you leave food just on the side of the counter from the freezer? and then it goes all
Defrosting
gross.
food.
Yeah, defrosting food, and it just like sits in a pile of its own like juices. Like fair
gross.
enough, putting it in the fridge and defrosting it in the fridge, but if you just leave it out on the side all day,
Especially now that it's got warm,
yeah, like with it being 21 degrees,
you're gonna make yourself sick.
you're gonna make yourself ill. Like Jesus
Ew.
Christ.
You're gonna be ill. You're gonna be like, maybe some meats have like salmonella from chicken. Some other meats might have other
It's
diseases.
just raw meats
mold.
as well.
Mm.
It's like, why do you? It's like it can go green.
Yeah, you don't like.
Why
green.
do you want green meat?
Some of hers was brown.
I know it was turning to different colours of the rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it
an
really was.
LGBT plus meat.
Chicken.
Yeah, cluck chicken. Now let's take a short break, and we'll see you all back later in a minute. Be whoop.
Go. Jaden tries on the track. PTM on the beat.
Green,
green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die.
Welcome back. Thank you all for taking that short ad break. And now, next topic. I heard Sophie has a few things to talk about.
Oh, when the continuity doesn't exist in like films or TV shows.
So, like, for example, someone's wearing a watch and then the watch is
Then
on
they're
their arm.
not, or then they have a clock, and it says one time in one shot, then a completely different time in the next shot,
So like
and it's supposed to be carrying on.
so like
stupid.
it's 4 a.m. and then suddenly it's like
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
It's stupid.
That does make sense. A lot of TV and film do that with their episodes, and
It's just like little things that they over miss. It's just like, why?
well, yeah, because like some actors might be carrying a cup of coffee, then the next minute they're not carrying a cup of coffee.
Oh, one of the best ones for the cup of coffee is when they're literally carrying the cup, take a drink out of it, and then they literally hold the cup and you can see that it's empty.
Upon having the Enterprise taken away from him, Kirk decides to get drunk in a bar. Of course you would. But there must be a hole in his glass because after filling it up, he goes to take a drink and it's suddenly empty.
It's supposed to be the next same shot, and they've changed tops.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is so simple.
Or that hairstyle. Sometimes people's hairstyles change in shots, you don't notice it.
I mean, like, hairstyle doesn't bother me too much, purely because, like, especially if it's, like, the next day, you're like, oh, like, realistically, they could have gone to a hairdresser's last night, and you don't see that on the show. But it doesn't bother me too much, the hairstyle, all the time. It would bother me more if I was watching, like, a continuous soap than if I was watching, like, just like a film.
Yeah.
So like you're watching like a series on like Netflix and suddenly the outfit changed.
It won't bother me like too much as long as it's like the next day rather than like it just being like within like that same shot.
Well, it's okay if the scene has changed. Like for example, you're going from an interior scene to an exterior scene, and they've got a jacket on now. That might
Oh
work
yeah,
out.
as long as it's only a jacket rather than like a complete
whole outfit change. I'm like, they've literally
One minute,
just walked
one minute they're
outside.
wearing a dress, the next minute they're wearing like a whole suit.
And you're like, where have you had the chance to change
Yeah.
in this scene?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
makes no sense.
fair enough. Now you're wearing a jacket and we don't see you grab the jacket. We don't need to see them grabbing the jacket and putting that jacket on.
we can
Yeah.
tell it's
Like-
cold outside
Yeah.
by the way the weather is or the way they've shot the scene.
It's
Yeah.
just simple stuff that they change, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's like we don't need, like, if it's raining outside and they're walking along the street with a brolly, we don't need to see them pick up that brolly.
yeah.
Like,
Especially if
it's
they've gone
imp-
from inside to outside.
yeah, it's implied. Like, we don't need
Yeah.
to see that.
It's just already there.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I also feel like sometimes sound does that, where like sometimes you look at the music and the music changes, and you go, that's not the right time for it to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go, why have they made that choice? I don't think it fits with the way they're flowing the scene, or the way they're
No.
flowing the tension, or the not tension, whatever, the character's moment, and they sort of change dramatically. And it's like, I don't think it works. Like, you go from like a happy character, and they're still kind of happy, but it then goes serious. And I'm like, why is it serious when they're still happy?
Yeah.
And everything else around them is still in the same sort of mood as the happy music.
It just sends mixed messages. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to show?
I think that's down to either time constraint or laziness. People just being, we have to get this thing made by a certain deadline and get it out, and if we miss something, we didn't notice it because we're going so fast on the deadlines. We have to meet this deadline, this deadline, this deadline.
I'm going to mention quite a few bits from the Harry Potter sequences.
Oh, go for it.
Oh, we love a bit of Harry Potter here on this podcast.
Right. Well, how is it fair that Harry can enter the Triwizard Tournament without a permission slip, but he has to get a permission slip to go to the Hogsmeade Village?
It again. No permission form signed, no visiting the village. That's the rule, Potter.
Because they're leaving school site.
Yeah, they're off.
But then he's going to face a death-defying tournament.
They're wizards.
Yeah,
They don't care about that stuff. But if you leave school site,
Yeah.
that's where all the bad stuff can happen. You're in school, nothing bad could ever happen.
Yeah, you're protected by the school system and the lovely teachers who have magical powers.
But they don't protect him, though, do they?
They don't
Yeah,
care.
well, they try, but they're not that. They don't care that much. They want to teach. It's a whole job. I'm a teacher at Hogwarts. I want to teach.
Dumbledore went, Harry, you could go die. It's fine.
Yeah. He was like, "You're gonna die. I know you're gonna die. I've been waiting your whole life for you to die." He already knew that was gonna happen,
Yeah.
and he just let it happen.
So when the time comes, the boy must die.
Yes. He must die. And Voldemort himself must do it. That is essential.
And then Snape's like, "Why? Why let him die? Don't let him die."
Because he's still in love with Lily, that's why.
Lily? After all this time?
Always.
Yeah, which he should get over it because she moved on. He should move on.
Right.
He didn't move on at all, and that's his issue.
Maybe you should move on.
From who?
Who's
From
Toby's
what?
moving on from?
Yeah, what move on from?
His fashion wardrobe sense.
That's a whole nother topic.
We can get onto that one in a minute.
Yeah. So what do you think about, let's say they're remaking Harry Potter into a series?
No. The whole series is a no.
You don't like...
No, because, right, they've cast a black actor as Severus Snape, so they now need to cast a black actor for Harry Potter, because otherwise they are going to hit a very sharp wall for racist profiling, because Harry's first initial thought when he sees Severus Snape is, "Oh, I've just got a bad feeling about that one."
Harry, what is it?
Where shall I
Nothing. Nothing, I'm fine.
Let's see.
Yeah, because it's also like, when I went to see the theatre production of it, people were complaining because in the theatre production they cast black actors to play Hermione and Rose.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Ooh.
whereas every other person they've cast is similar to what they're trying to portray, whereas Hermione and Rose are completely different. It's like, people were having issues with it.
Like, I don't find any issue with them casting black actors, but the actual plot line is that Harry just has a bad feeling about Severus Snape just by looking at him, you need to make sure that it can't just be down to race.
Because people are going to assume it, even if they haven't read the books, haven't seen the films. If they see the remake as the first Harry Potter they've ever seen, they're going to have issues with it.
Yeah.
Well, it depends who's viewing it, because I feel like different groups of people might view it
more
differently.
kids now, though.
Yeah,
It'll be
but
kids nowadays that haven't
people
seen...
will take that as like a racist like profile.
Well, I'm just going to say that J.K. Rowling is attached to the project as a producer, so she must have involvement to some degree about what they can and can't do. So I assume she's
yeah, but she is a racist and a homophobic person.
Well, no, she's just like transgender people.
She's also racist.
Well, either the company she's working with, Warner Brothers, told her to put diverse people in, or she decided that.
It won't be J.K. Rowling.
Someone
deciding that.
someone decided that actor's good enough for the role and they cast it. We have to just watch it and see if we like it. You can always not like it and agree and like the original films, or you can just enjoy this new interpretation.
Because that's the thing. That's the one thing that annoying about like the theatre production is that with every other person they cast, they made sure they had like the similarities. Like Ron, Ron's kids had ginger hair and stuff. Snape had black long hair and everything. It's like it doesn't matter about the race of them, but they need to be similar to the type of character they are.
Well, I did see people doing doing fan art where they basically turn the actors into the character, and it looked it looked interesting what they did with the character of Snape, with the new actor who's playing. And some comment I heard was people said Snape was meant to be ugly, and they said that the actor's too beautiful and nice looking, as in too handsome to play the role of Snape.
Ooh, sexy.
Yeah, they basically say he's too beautiful. They like him. He's too perfect skin, perfect eyes, and everyone's saying no, he should have a ugly nose and ugly features.
I mean, Alan Rickman was not ugly by any means.
No, but
if people are dissing Alan Rickman, then they need to get a life.
They need to check themselves out.
I think they were just saying,
especially considering Alan Rickman can't even stand up for himself.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're just saying he has more of a personality in his face. Is what they're coming at across. I think
they need to get a life because Alan Rickman is the god.
You dare use my own spells against me, Potter? Yes, I'm the Half-Blood Prince.
He is the OG
okay,
Snape.
you go praise him like
He's the
Jesus.
OG Snape, and that's the thing of when you have someone playing a character so well, it's hard for anyone to live up to that performance.
Well, saying that, they recast Dumbledore after 2 films.
Harry, do you know why Professor Quirrell couldn't bear to have you touch him? It was because of your mother. She sacrificed herself for you. And that kind of act leaves a mark. No. This kind of mark cannot be seen. It lives in your very skin.
What is it?
Love, Harry. Love.
The original actor of Dumbledore died. I know, so they recast it though.
Harry, did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
No, sir.
You asked one of the older students to do it for you?
No, sir.
You're absolutely sure?
Yes, sir.
And then I'm just saying that they could have just let the character be dead and just be like, it would ruin the story. But I'm just saying no one was up in roars about, oh no, we changed the actor, so everyone's got a hate on it.
Tell that's the thing.
And then they
both looked very similar.
Yeah.
I was saying they did a good job of sort of disguising that fact the actor changed.
But Michael Gambit was really good.
I'm not saying that anyone who played Dumbledore is not good. I'm just saying it's already been done before where they've changed actors for certain roles because of certain things have happened or certain interpretation needs to be changed to fit a new audience.
Go. Jaden tries on the track. PTM on the beat. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die.
Next topic.
So let's talk about crisp flavours. Do we have a particular flavour we don't like?
Salt and vinegar.
You don't like salt and vinegar?
Prawn cocktail.
I don't like prawn cocktail either.
Well, I like salt and vinegar.
Cheese and onion.
Oh, that's
Cheese
that.
and onion.
No.
That makes your breath smell. That's not very good. I don't know why people eat that. I eat it, but I don't really like it. It comes in.
Eat it?
I get it in the multi-packs because you can't get salt and vinegar and ready salted in the same
You
pack
can.
together. Not on their own.
Yes, you can.
Well, not where I shop.
From Tesco.
I don't shop at Tesco's.
But they sell it.
I shop at Morrison's.
Well, they do sell it.
Yeah, but I don't like vinegar, so I don't like salt and vinegar.
Do you don't like vinegar at all?
No.
What's wrong about vinegar then?
I don't like the taste of vinegar.
Okay.
And then, like, I don't like the prawn cocktail because I don't like the taste of it.
No, the taste is wrong.
Do you like lemons? Because that's sort of like a...
I like lemons, yeah, but
on
I
a
don't,
weird
I just
spectrum.
Don't just eat lemons.
I don't just
No,
go,
but I'm
let
just
me
saying,
just nom one and lemon.
Do you like lemon on like food?
No.
No.
So,
I only drink lemonade.
well, that's different. It's got a
Lemon
different...
goes in
profile.
drinks and that's it.
You put lemon on fish in some,
No.
some parts of the world.
No.
So we put lemon on...
Technically, you put lime on fish, not lemons.
We put lemons on fish.
You put lime on fish.
So I mentioned the vinegar. You mentioned vinegar. So what about fish and chips? Would you put vinegar on fish and chips?
No. I don't put vinegar on anything.
So just a no-go on the vinegar.
It's a no-go on the
Is
vinegar.
there anything else you don't like in that sort of condiment putting on things?
Sauces. I don't eat sauces.
So like ketchup?
Don't eat ketchup, don't eat mayo, don't eat barbecue sauce, don't eat, like,
The only
any of
sauce
it.
you will have is ketchup, very rarely.
Yeah, the only sauce I do eat is ketchup, but it has to be, like, the food has to be absolutely appalling for me to have ketchup.
So if you don't like their condiments, like any sauces?
Any
Like,
sauces.
So you don't like... Let's
Have you never gone and had a burger with Amy? Is everything plain?
Big plain. Big because it's bigger than any quarter-pound hamburger. Plain so you can fix it your way. Still think they don't make them like they used to? Try a big plain.
Have it your way, Burger King, your way.
Yeah, well...
I have like everything on the burger, other than if it comes with pickles, and I take the pickles off.
Oh, I like them.
But
good gherkin.
Then I have like, I won't put the sauces on it.
Oh, I don't.
So it's like I take like the burger sauce off, I take like the mayos off,
Oh.
I take the ketchups off.
That's a challenge.
But like,
Scrape it
like,
all.
No, I just ask them to remove it.
Oh, okay. You
Before
should
it
do it.
gets brought over.
Oh, that's fair
But
enough.
like for like the instance of if it has ketchup on it, I probably won't ask them to remove it because at the end of the day it's just ketchup.
Yeah.
But if it's mayo, I won't eat mayo.
Or burger sauces.
Or burger sauce because it's just disgusting.
Okay, so what about like gravy? That's a sauce. Do you like gravy?
I only eat gravy on my meat, and that's only if I need it.
So you won't put it on like potatoes,
No,
carrots?
no.
Should you eat them dry?
Yeah.
Do you put any like salt on them? Then you like pepper?
Well, your potatoes are cooked in salt.
Yeah, but some people like to put extra salt and pepper on.
They're cooked in salt.
I know people
But
cook
if you
them
don't
already.
flavour your food before.
Then what's the point then of having the salt and pepper on the table at a restaurant if you're not allowed to put your
Because
own on?
some places don't season their food before it gets brought out.
Some people like to add extra seasoning, so they can't actually say no to put extra seasoning on. In some places they do because they're really annoying.
Yeah, but no.
Not even like what about pasta sauce? That's a sauce.
But that's different.
Yeah, but it's still a sauce.
But it's not
It's
a
not
condiment.
condiment. They're different things.
Gravy's not a condiment; it's a sauce.
Technically, it can be a condiment.
Well,
when you
depends
serve
where
it
it
with
depends.
certain things.
But I said I
Yeah.
don't like condiments, not sauces.
Okay, so you just like dry food.
No, that's not what she
That's
said.
not what I said.
Well,
She
no.
said,
Well,
if it's really dry, she'll have some ketchup.
I put
But other than that,
condiment.
no ketchup.
You put sauce on literally everything you eat.
Yeah, because most of it's bland, so I have the sauce. to
But
make
I
it tasty.
flavour my food. You don't flavour yours.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go out and flavour the stupid like fish fingers I bought that went in the freezer. and
Yeah, but I don't
defrosted
eat
them.
freezer food.
Well, neither do I. All I eat is like fish fingers and chips, and that's it.
That's freezer food.
Yeah, but I said I don't eat it on a daily.
But I don't eat freezer food at all.
The only thing we have in our freezer is like chicken.
But that's fresh chicken.
Yeah,
frozen.
I'd be careful when defrosting the chicken.
But I'd defrost it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Well, you're sensible.
I literally get it out like at 12 o'clock at night and defrost it overnight.
You're a sensible person. Other people are not as sensible. Maybe you should do a course on defrosting or doing like household jobs.
Food
and stuff.
safety.
Food safety. That could be a thing you could be.
I'm
specialist
just
at.
the wise wizard of like teaching people how to live in their
The
20s
wise
alone.
wizard.
Yeah.
Do a handbook of living in your 20s.
Alone. By yourself. Learning to live as an adult.
Learn to adult with Amy.
Yeah.
That could be a great podcast idea.
How to make sure that your cake is properly stored upright and your cake tin is the proper way around.
Is there a proper way around with a cake tin?
Yeah.
Well, you kept putting the cake tin in the wrong way around.
The one with the detachable
Yeah.
bottoms. Yes, I didn't know there was a preferred way.
It's not a preferred way, there's a correct and a wrong way.
Well, some people like it's like ketchup on food and not on food. That's preferred way.
How is it preferred? It's either you like it or you don't.
Well, it's like the cake tin. I put it in the wrong way. Some people don't like it. The ketchup. It's a yin yang is cake tins and sauces.
Right.
It's all down to preference. If I did it wrong, I did it wrong, but that's a skill issue on my part.
It is a skill issue.
And I own up to the fact that I did it wrong.
Many of your skill issues today.
Many? What other skill issues do I have?
You said you've got skill issues earlier.
You did.
Well,
skill issue.
That's a skill issue in itself. Remember that I had skill issues.
This is the way you should have in a corner the amount of times we have your skill issues come up.
A skill issue counter.
Yeah.
Every time
we said it 3 times, I think. So
have people a tally every time I get sad.
Whenever I say skill, you must drink a bit of water because water is healthy. So be healthy and drink water. So let's make everyone drink water by making them drink it whenever I say the word skill or issue.
What are you on about, man?
Is this for your grandma?
Well, I want to promote healthy drinking.
One only listener.
I want to promote hydration.
The one and only listener of your podcast.
No, there's people who watch at home. All the viewers. Hello. You can all say hello.
You don't have to keep pointing to them.
I'm waving at them.
They're gonna feel scared.
I want them to feel
included. Run away.
You're gonna scare them away.
I'm not coming.
Run
away.
What
are we gonna do? Leap through the camera like?
I feel like you will.
You're gonna come chase after him to be like, you didn't watch my podcast.
Oh, you watched my podcast. Didn't give it a like, a thumbs up, and a follow.
You watched half of it.
You didn't subscribe.
Subscribe. I will cut you down if you don't subscribe.
That's a bit threatening.
Yeah, grandma, subscribe.
I don't know if you can. My dad has. Unsure. I'll have to ask him.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
Diddums.
Don't diddums that. Anyway, moving on. Shall we discuss another topic?
Go on then.
Go on.
Let's talk about you're both drivers. So how about you talk about the cars and road safety and other drivers?
In what aspect?
Well, I'm talking about like if you see any like bad drivers. 'Cause I know you have like you're good drivers, and then sometimes there are not good drivers, and you get annoyed at these drivers. What are you exactly annoyed at with these drivers? What do like other drivers doing on the road that you're doing perfectly fine?
Following you right on the back of your car.
I mean,
It's a
that's
bit
not
annoying.
the worst thing.
It's not the
that can
worst
happen.
thing. It's an annoying thing.
Some people don't actually look and they just cut you off.
So they just like they don't see you coming out of you're turning around onto the road, and they just don't see you.
Oh no!
No.
They see you,
But
they
still
just,
cut you up.
They just cut you off. It's like I was coming around a roundabout the other day, and this motorcycle on the inside lane. It's like 2 lanes that go into the same out, and he just cut into the inside lane, and I was like, you could have literally been knocked off your bike, and
For being an idiot.
for being an idiot and not actually just checking your mirrors for 2 seconds.
Yeah, well, some people don't. Some people are not good drivers. They just pass the test and then move on.
They forget how to drive after passing their test.
Well, it depends how old they are. Because I feel like older people probably find it harder.
Drive slow.
Yeah, because they're really more risk averse. They don't want to crash the car because they're older. So they're
On the
more
motorway
hesitant.
today, there was an old man driving at 50 miles an hour when it was 70 in the middle lane.
Yeah.
When the inside lane was clear. He weren't overtaking anyone. He was just in the middle lane going 50 miles an hour.
That's ridiculous. Why?
Because people like to hog the middle lane.
Question: should old people be allowed to drive?
They should do a test.
They have to. They should have to redo their test every few years.
And what age do you think that should start at? People taking tests again.
Late 60s, early 70s.
When they start losing their eyesight properly.
That can happen at any point. I'm losing mine right now.
No, but then you would have had that doing when you got your test. Like, say with Amy, because she's got 20/20 vision, if her eyesight started deteriorating, then redo it later once your eyesight starts getting worse.
Well, but even you guys with glasses now, your eyesight, even as you get older, will get worse.
Yeah, it already is getting worse. It's been getting worse since the day I had glasses applied.
Yeah, but it will get worse and worse and worse. So it's not a case of just because I've got perfect vision now that I'm the only one that's going to be impacted by it. Like your glasses will get worse, and like some people's like glasses end up like this thick.
At that point, you shouldn't be driving.
No,
you should be on the bus because they give all people a bus pass, and that's what they should be doing with it.
Yeah, I also think like if like you generally only drive because you live out in the middle of nowhere, then you should really be thinking about moving somewhere that you don't have to drive. So then you don't have to rely on the car.
Being in walking distance, maybe having bus connections.
Yeah.
What about taxis? But I know they get expensive depending on where you are in the country with taxis.
I think it just honestly depends on how like expensive and how much money you have, because obviously quite a lot of old people don't actually have the money to spend on taxes. And like depends on where you end up living. If you live for yourself and like independently, like it's a bit cheaper, because if you live in a care home and you have money, you end up spending all your money in that care home.
Oh yeah.
Whereas if you don't have any money, you get that care home for free.
But I would say though that most of the old people on the roads there do go slower than the average person who is like under 50, or let's say, because they do go a bit faster and are a bit more used to driving all the time or more frequently.
You say that, but then like there's loads of like middle-aged people that drive like grannies as well.
Well, I do feel like some people are being cautious. They are the cautious
No, they're
drivers.
not. They're just being pains in the pins.
Well, then they should get removed off the road, as I said. You should be allowed to...
You should just generally have to redo your theory and like practical driving test every few years. You shouldn't just automatically get a renewed driving licence.
Go. Jaden tries on the track. PTM on the beat. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. Green, green grass, blue, blue sky. You better throw a party on the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die. On the day that I die.
How about technology? You any verse on technology with...
I am better than you at technology, considering you couldn't even book out equipment.
I did. I had the email. It was their system that was wrong.
Was it?
Yes, because it was the right email.
Are you sure?
Yes, I was sure.
Are you sure they weren't making sure that your feelings weren't hurt?
No, because I'm not a little baby boy.
You sure?
I'm not a little baby boy. Look, I'm not a crybaby. Where?
Yes, you are.
I'm not a crybaby like that. I'm just a regular person.
You throw the most tantrums out of everyone around this table.
I don't
You're the
tantrum.
oldest. You throw more tantrums and you're the oldest.
I am fine.
I am fine.
Yeah, with a capital F for fine.
I am fine.
I am fine.
Okay, Mr. Voice Modulator.
Hey. There's nothing wrong with what I did.
Sure.
Or done, or have done, or will do.
Keep telling yourself that.
I will.
Okay.
Go cry me a river.
Build me a bridge.
What about crying then? Do you like people expressing their emotions?
I don't really care.
Like, let's say publicly you're in like a restaurant and then someone cries.
No.
Like, oh no, my husband or my soon-to-be husband has proposed to me.
No.
I'm gonna cry because it's so emotional.
No.
Do you like public?
Good for you.
So you don't like public displays of emotion and affection?
No.
Oh look, we're in front of the Eiffel Tower. Let's smooch.
No.
Then people are just too in love with each other.
They're too much of an ick.
Yes, we hate icky people. Not a vibe.
Not a vibe.
Don't pass the vibe check.
Yeah. That's the vibe seal of approval. Not a vibe.
Not a vibe. Not a vibe. Not a vibe.
Not a vibe.
Now, talk about vibes. Does anyone here not have a vibe?
Yes, you.
I dug myself a hole and you just threw me right into it.
You literally dug your own grave. Amy just put you inside it.
Great.
And even maybe put a nice little petal for a flower on top.
I don't even think she'd put a petal there. I don't think she was that nice.
Oh, she'll put the dirt.
No, she did like the serial killer thing. She just buried me in a hole somewhere in the middle of nowhere and just walked off.
I don't even think Amy would do it as a proper grave. I'll do it so you're standing up in the dirt. Just go straight
Just
down.
dig me
No, it's somewhere that no one can find him.
Ain't nobody gonna find this now.
Oh, Maroon, you never forget that smell.
I'm not getting caught.
Where would I be hidden then?
Why would she tell you?
I'm not going to tell you that now.
Wait.
Just in case it happens.
Wait. I'm already gone anyway, so it doesn't matter whether I know or not.
Yeah, but I'm not going to put this. I'm not going to tell everyone on live internet.
Oh yes, the live internet, which is live but not live.
Exactly.
But then people will find out my secret hiding spot.
You never know. There might be
Keep an
some
eye out,
people
viewers.
already there.
Viewers, I may disappear soon. Keep an eye out.
It's alright, I have to sue you first.
Sue me for what? What have I done that needs suing?
We're gonna go on Judge Judy.
Because Judge Rinder quit.
Yeah.
We're gonna go that woman who's so like, if you haven't got any
What are you
pictures.
suing him for?
Yeah, what are you suing me for?
I said we don't know yet. We're gonna find a reason.
We're gonna find a reason.
You need a lawyer maybe to find a reason. Then sue
No,
me.
we can find a reason quite easily.
I don't need a lawyer. I've got myself.
That's a weak defence. If there's a good lawyer out there, I could pay someone really good.
Not if I've got enough photos. Apparently, all she
Physical
wants is
evidence.
photos.
Do you have any other pictures of damage?
No, but the property had to be cleaned.
Show me. Show me what it looked like, and I'll determine whether or not it had to be cleaned. I'm not relying on you to tell me it had to be cleaned. I have to look at it. Show me pictures. Got a picture of the door? That's how you have a picture of the trash in the yard. You have pictures of what was left behind.
Oh no, she's weird. If there's no photo,
She wants paper evidence.
she just wants a picture.
She just wants photos.
Yeah.
As long as I've got enough photos, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. You have a picture of them being weird, or you have a picture of them doing.
We have plenty of pictures of you being weird.
I have enough photos of you causing me physical and mental harm.
Yo.
Damn, son.
Took you long enough.
Yeah, maybe she'd been that one. I couldn't tell which one.
Obviously.
We're going to get another ad break, and we'll be right back with you in a moment. Be whoop. I'm not using the music for it. It's just there to
I'm
signal.
aware, but it signals the length that you're
Here
going to have.
we are in an ad break. This song is shit, I know. I can't sing, but here we go. Ad break, ad break, ad break, ad break. Here's an ad, here's an ad. Do you want to buy my stuff? No, you don't. Then just skip it, you moron. Here's an ad break, here's an ad break, ad break, ad break, ad break. Here's an ad break, here's an ad break. For you and not for your convenience. Only for me, it's only for me. I make money and you don't. Suck on that, suck on that. The ad break is now going to be over soon. People dissing dress senses and trends in clothing. I hate trends in clothing.
But what sort of trends?
Oh
Is
no!
it trends in general
let's say
or
like
specific trends?
let's say like skinny jeans was popular at one point, and everyone wore skinny jeans, and then suddenly everyone started wearing baggy jeans, or more people started wearing baggy jeans than before, and we saw less skinny jeans being worn by certain people.
But you wear baggy jeans, so technically you're hopping on the trend bandwagon.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. Some people are saying that. Well, it's like shoes as well. There's like a new shoe comes out, and everyone starts wearing it.
I don't. I just wear
And
the
then-
shoes I like.
Yeah. It's like clothes. I think you should wear the things you like.
But technically, you're trying to dress more fashionable.
Well, no, I'm not trying to copy everyone else. I'm just trying to find more things that look
Toby's
good
trying
for
to
me.
find his style.
There you go.
He needs to start wearing ripped jeans.
That is very true, especially the ones you own that are more like shorts now with a bit of fabric at the bottom.
Hey.
The ones that he's wearing today.
Oh, is he wearing those ones today?
Yeah.
Picture for everyone at home.
Or just stand up.
Stand up and give him a
I'm
little fashion
not
show.
standing up because I find sat down. They'll see a picture of me stood up. We'll take one later. It's fine. They'll see a picture. Oh, go on screen. You can see the horribleness of the ripped jeans. There's a big hole. I also thought the hole is getting bigger and bigger as well on one side.
Let's just bin those jeans.
And get you
No,
some new
someone told me just turn them into shorts because at this rate you've got
Yeah, either just turn them into shorts or let's just bin them.
I might
They
try
might be a
turning
bit
into
too
shorts.
short for shorts with the help.
No, they can
They're going to be booty shorts.
Yes.
They literally will.
Shorts.
They're going to be
really short.
booty shorts.
Yeah, you can see my.
You're gonna look like one of those gay men walking down the street, like with a gay strut on.
I don't strut down the street.
We've seen you strut down the street.
No
And
comment.
skip.
Move on. So, what else about my fashion sense don't you like, other than the ripped jeans?
Why do you have to wear like 3 different like layers on your top half? Today you've only got 2 on, but like
it's a
normally you
hoodie.
have like 3 different
Well,
layers on.
I live in the UK and it's cold, as
So
a
do
lot of people
we.
know.
Elsewhere in the UK, Aberdeen saw some of the most dramatic weather. Ferocious storms causing damage in the streets and whipping up the sea, which crashed over the coastal wall.
Did we? But I've got 1 layer on.
Yes. Well, technically, I've only got 1 on at the moment, but.
Well, I'm just saying I need the extra layers of warmth because I get cold outside. Depends on
Then
the
you
weather.
complain you're too warm.
But then
when
you
you
can-
wear 3 layers.
Yeah, but then you can also take a layer off and then have that versatility of layering and not layering. So you can layer off. And I could take this right off now, and I'd be comfortably fine. I just don't think it's warm enough to take this layer off at the moment.
Boo.
Are you booing me?
Yeah.
Boo.
That's a horn and not a boo.
I don't have a boo. I'll give you chimes. I think that's chimes.
Is
Aw.
it? Yes.
That would work with the Harry Potter one, you know. Expecto Patronus. See, that would have worked fine with that segment. God damn it. Anyways, you don't like the layering that I have.
No.
Too many layers.
Too many layers.
Do you think I should wear less layers?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the recommended number of
A
layers?
t-shirt and a jacket.
So 2 layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A layer you can wear outside and take off when you're indoors.
Exactly.
So then you wear like 1 predominantly inside and 2 outside.
Yeah.
Okay, that could work. I'm doing that right now, wearing 1 layer, or 2 layers, wearing 1 layer I can wear anywhere, and this layer on top, because it's the hoodie. And there's nothing wrong with a hoodie, is there? With a jumper, not a hoodie, because there's no
Well,
hood.
you wear your hoodies all the time.
Day in, day out.
Not all the
Inside,
time.
Outside.
Well, I have nothing else. If you look at my wardrobe, it's not the best wardrobe in the world.
Then buy some more clothes.
Amy's
I
offered
have,
to
but then
go
I've also
shopping with you.
been told to stop buying clothes from my mum because she thinks I'm getting too many.
You have your own money.
I know.
You're 22.
I know, but she keeps telling me stop buying clothes.
Sell your other clothes.
Sell the ones you don't wear and then buy
I
some new
wear
ones.
everything.
Or buy some new ones, then go through your old stuff and sell
I wear
stuff.
everything.
You can't wear everything, man.
Look at me. I'm Chandler. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
Not
Nobody
once.
wears everything.
Not once, but I do try and wear everything that's in my wardrobe at least in like a year, a couple of times a year.
Nobody wears everything.
It's like shirts. I don't wear shirts 24/7, but I have a shirt or 2 for like formal occasions.
Well, that's a bit different because that's for like formal
Yeah,
occasions.
but I don't wear it all the time. It doesn't mean to have to get rid of it though, does it?
That's not what we're saying.
If I saying you have a dress, do you wear that dress all the time?
I don't own a dress right now.
What are you gonna do if you need to get invited to like a formal event?
I have my mother.
What does that mean? She's gonna buy you a dress?
She has plenty of dresses.
What about sizing? You alright with sizing?
We're the same size.
Well, that's good then. Well done. I can't do that with anyone else. And also, I wouldn't be able to do it with my dad because he's not fashionable at all. So, it's like, what's the point of doing, like, I don't like some styles that he wears. Some styles are good, but I think they're appropriate to his age, not to, like, people my age would wear what he wears. So I think it's harder for us to do the swapping of clothes. Right, so we're going to have to wrap it up, I think, folks. Thank you, Sophie and Amy, for joining me.
Thank you.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for joining.
Be
And
prepared.
I'm doing the outro. Right, so I want to thank everybody at home who was watching or listening on Spotify. Thank you for listening on Spotify. And I want to tell you all to subscribe if you're on YouTube. And please follow if you're on Spotify, just follow the
Don't forget to subscribe.
I
Give
already
it
said
a
that.
like.
Yeah, like 2 thumbs.
Like, subscribe, and come back for more.
Thanks for doing my outro for me.
You're welcome.
Goodbye. Be whoop. I see you. You sat there on your own, just watching me without like eating chips or whatever you're doing, eating crisps, junk food.
It's okay, Toby. I know that you like your crisps not salted at all.
It's plain.